Welcome, parents. I'm Jessica Ruiz, the Parent Involvement Facilitator here at Woodstock Elementary. Our school's family-friendly committee has put together a series of videos to encourage reading comprehension and fluency. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy. As Joseph Addison said, reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body.
Ms. Pinion, can you tell me, why are we focusing on reading, and how can parents help? Why do we need their help?
That's a good question. We always focus on reading, but this year it's part of our school improvement plan. It's a plan that every school has on what we're going to work on. And this year, as in all years really, we're working on reading. We need parents' help because a teacher really is only in the life of that child for 1 year, but a parent is a lifelong teacher for that child. We also want children to read for academics, but we want them to read for pleasure, because we don't want them just to read the science book. We want them to read for enjoyment, and a child who reads for enjoyment will be a lifelong learner and do much better in school.
That's absolutely true. You're ready. So tell me, Ms. Pinion, what are some fourth grade books that our kids might be interested in?
That's a good question. Well, it depends on your fourth grader. Depending on what your child is interested in, that's what they should be checking out for pleasure. For instance, if your child's interested in orangutans, then they should be checking out a book about orangutans. Don't check out a ballet book if you don't like ballet. And then something that a lot of kids are really liking is the graphic novels, like a comic book. So that's a really fun way to get your child to read.
It sounds like a lot of really fun, interesting reading that appeals to what they enjoy.
That's the object of the game.
Ms. Pinion, can you tell me, how often do fourth graders go to the library?
Fourth graders are scheduled to go to the library every other week, and they can check out 2 books at that time. However, when they finish with that book, they may take an AR test if it's an AR book, an accelerated reader book, and then they can come back to the library, usually during their reading time. Their reading teacher will let them come back anytime during those 2 weeks.
Sounds like they can go quite often.
Whenever they're done with their book.
Awesome. So Ms. Pinion, you mentioned AR. What is AR exactly?
AR is a reading program that we have here at the school that levels the books so that children can pick out a certain book for their grade level, read it, take a little quiz on the computer, and earn points for prizes. And this is how you know what the AR book is. Not all books in our library are AR. So they're color-coded, and the children know what the code means. But if you want to look inside, there's a sticker inside most of the AR books, and it will tell you the reading level, and it will tell you how many points that is. So how many points they will earn on the computer if they get all of the questions correct. So here is a green star, and you can see that it is a 2.9 book, meaning it's a second grade, 9th month, or toward the end of a second grade. That doesn't mean, though, that your child, in whatever grade they're in, wouldn't enjoy this book. You don't have to be in the 2nd grade to get this book, because this looks like a pretty awesome book.
It does. It really does.
Want to know what AR level a particular book has? Just look for the sticker on the spine of the book and then refer to this poster on the wall in our school library.
So Ms. Pinion, can I get an AR book at the public library if I wanted to?
Yes, you can. As a matter of fact, we have a program at the public library every Tuesday where teachers and students are there to help students with homework. That'd be a great time to come and try to find an AR book at the public library. And there are several ways to find out. You could go to www.arbookfind.com and that will tell you. You could go to the Woodstock Elementary School Media Center site and click on the AR tab there. So there are a whole lot of resources at the library too. And so if you're there, you might as well pick up an AR book or two.
Ms. Pinion, what if my child is reluctant or not really excited about reading? What can I do?
That's really a good question because not everybody likes to read. Some children are good in math and some children are good in science and some children are great football players. But the fact remains that in order to be a good reader, you have to read. And so from kindergarten to third grade, we say you learn to read, and after third grade, you read to learn. So reading is really, really important. But if your child doesn't like to read, find some things that they really are interested in. Like here, Sports Illustrated for Kids. Not an AR book, but it's reading nonetheless, and it will really help somebody with their reading comprehension. Again, I'd already mentioned, get a book that your child is really interested in. If your child is interested in ballet, then find them books about ballet. At the public library, they also have books on audio tape. I found this really helpful with my own boys, that I would check out the audio tape, audio CDs, and the book too. And we would sit in our living room all together. We would put on the audio CD and the book, and I would have my children still track along with the words so that they had better vocabulary and better comprehension. And the book also went a whole lot faster when somebody is reading it to you. Maybe you could try that. Maybe that would help.
Sounds like you've given us a lot of really good ideas and ways that we can read with our child. And it's also a special time for us to be with our children too. Thank you so much, Ms. Pinion.
Thank you.